Today, I'm going to start off by saying I made a major mistake and I took a major loss. Um, and whoever's watching this, you can already tell where I made my major mistake. Um, I do it every time I get a gain, so it shouldn't be anything new. Not only that, it's like I keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and um, I just don't learn from it. So I'll start off by just going and going in order from what I did today. Woke up this morning. I was watching the market or watching pre-market. Woke up around like 8:40, but it was a little dizzy because I wasn't feeling well yesterday. Got into the markets today. Saw this stock, ACY. Looked at the statistics on it, and it was 1.1 million shares with 1.5 million shares outstanding. So as I'm watching the market, this is the number one stock I was watching for the day. Pre-market, it pretty much was telling me, okay, I can get into this shit. I hate this shit. Just know pre-market was around here. It was fading, fading, fading. Um, Close to market open, as you can see here, it started fading some more. And then I'm like, okay, market open. It's not really giving me anything, any signs. I was just standing there, and I saw another stock, so started focusing on all these other stocks you see right here. Um, as you can see, from the first 30 minutes to first 45 minutes, it wasn't really doing much. It went up a decent amount, but it was just, I just didn't like it. Um, and I forgot about it. When I took a look back, all this shit happened from, you know, the low six to $38. It went up so much. As you can see here, it got halted many times and it's even halted right now. Of course, I wouldn't have held it through all of this. I would have entered a market order at any of these points here to get out, or even at the whole, I would have exited. But I can't even say I missed this major opportunity because how can you really tell if it was going to do this? It was a 1.1 million float, so I wanted to get into this. But I also looked at the stock splits. There was no stock splits. But I'm like, maybe in the past history, they dumped some shares, and it's not really 1.1 million shares on 1.1 million float. It's probably something different. So I'm like, let me leave it alone. And look, it blew up. There was no shares available to short, and now you got this big squeeze. Um, I wouldn't want to be stuck in this kind of trade because it's a whole, I don't want to deal with that kind of risk. Now, this stock right here, let me go to its, um, what the fuck? These headphones keep shocking me. This is what happens when you buy fucking cheap headphones. All right, I'm really frustrated right now. Going into myov. the statistics on it. Um, it was a $36 million float, which in my head I should have registered that as a high float. I mean a low float because you know that's around the same price the stock was, and it was just a low float if you do the math. Um, but it didn't register in my head, and I didn't check the statistics on this. So let's start off from right here. Market open. So pre-market, um, wasn't really watching it. The first 30 minutes wasn't really watching it either. Um, I remember that I longed it here, somewhere around here for sure, and I was up $200. I didn't take my my single. You know, whenever you're trading, the first number one rule is to cut losses quickly. But when the stock just goes your way, of course you can't cut losses because it's going your way. But number two rule is take singles, not home runs. And I didn't take the single. I was like, man, it's gonna go up some more. It's gonna go up some more. And I don't know why I keep thinking like that, but I just do. And I didn't take the single. I went from the whole run, and then came crashing down. I covered at I had a stop limit at at like somewhere here, and I covered for 50. I sold for $51 loss. Then it hit. It was getting close to the lower day. I'm like, if it breaks this lower day, it looks like it keeps fading, fading, fading. So if it breaks this lower day, I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna short here and just ride the wave. And it pushed up right here after hitting the lower day. It got getting close to the lower day. No, right here is where it broke the lower day. So when it bounced back up, I shorted right here, somewhere around here, and it just started fading. I had I think 800 shares in total. I had doubled down on my shares because I'm like, okay, it's gonna go my way. Clearly, I know it's gonna go my way. I might as well just size in big. So that's what I did, and I sized in big, and I made $419, and I covered. I walked away from the computer. I'm like, thank God, thank you so much. I'm glad I made the profit. Um, then I'm like, okay, this might. It had a big drop at some point. It had a big drop, so I'm like, okay, wait for a bounce, and I'm gonna short again. So I waited for a bounce, shorted somewhere. I don't even know if it wasn't even a good bounce, but I shorted, and at that point I was up 450, and I didn't take my gains. And then it started pushing. I went in with half my shares. Um, I didn't take the gains at 450. Then it started riding up against me. Then I'm like, okay, let me double down because it's gonna keep fading, fading, fading. So I think I shorted right here, and I'm thinking it's gonna fade. It held up. I kept pushing up more. It got to the point where it was right here. I was down like probably like $200 to $500. I didn't want to take the gains. I didn't want to take the loss. So I held, waited, waited. It came down to here. I was up $300. Out of the 400 that I lost or I had made and just lost, I was up 300 out of that. So I made back 300, and and I was good, I'm like I could have took that game, but I failed to first cut losses quickly and take singles. I don't know why I keep making this mistake. I don't understand myself. Like, just fucking take the game, cut the fucking losses. That simple. But that's the stock market for you. It's something simple but difficult as well. Something so simple could be so difficult, but I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know why I keep making these dumb mistakes. But last week I was telling myself, I'm like, man, if I don't learn to cut losses quickly and take singles, it's just gonna come back to bite me in my ass. And I woke up this morning thinking the same thing, and I'm like, I gotta be careful. And then I got into the stock. Out first thing you know, I'm already making gains. Then boom, I failed to take singles. Boom, I failed to cut losses quickly. And now this big issue happened. I'm down $931 for the day. Um, so after that, it started squeezing. I tried to cover. I I just couldn't get a order executed. And I kept trying to cover. It wouldn't until I hit a market order. Boom, 900 and a $900 loss. All because I failed. $931 loss. All because I failed to cover, bro. I'm really disappointed in myself. Um, I have no one to blame but myself. I lost all the gains that I made this month, and it's just ridiculous. I was watching one of Timothy Sykes' 21 lessons for 2021, and he spoke about studying, learning every day, studying hard, experience pays, practice not trade, study when you get any free time. Remember that you're playing the catch up game. It's a process. Being mechanical is like process. Being mechanical like process. Being mechanical throughout the process and less emotional. And I got emotional through this trade, taking the meat of the move, no target goal, and I just naturally do that. Trading volatility. I've been slacking on that a little bit and expecting the worst. And I just failed to do all of that. I failed to follow all those rules, and that's what I get. It's what I deserve. So I don't know, man. I'm real disappointed in myself, and like higher price stocks are stocks that I'm good at trading. The lower price I'm not that good at, but I don't know how many times I got in this. My account says that I entered 21 times. Um, that's my fault, bro. I don't know, man. I just wish I was better. Um, I have nothing to say right now, to be honest.